Where was we? Oh yes, here we are. Muchas gracias, señora Molly. Oh crap. I can yes, it's mirrored because I'm using the back camera now, so the front camera more likely. Oh look, yeah, you see here I have did a little boo-boo and I took a bit too much of the side, so I actually cut the beard more than I was supposed to do, but we will survive. That means we are now going to go. Crap, what happened here? Holy smokes. Did I kill the stream? No, I didn't. Oh, thank goodness for that. Where is... there we go. Oh, Jesus Christ. And the chat started all over. Hello, Proxy. Easter will be good. Oh, yes. I am sure it will. I hope Bella Volumus. I'm sorry, Bella, but that one is going to stick to you. It is a good one. You have to admit that was a good one. Yes? I am driving on the left side, but I don't know how to take away this mirroring. Do I need this one? I don't think I need this for that. Oh yes, because we were talking about yeah, you were here, weren't you, most of you? Okay, what's going to happen now is I am going to turn on there we go. We now have titties. We now have titties. Try titties. Is the titties working? I don't know. But we need titties to drive. Now I know there were...
Blair's M says GTT.
Here we are. The titties are on. Now, I know that there were some new followers, so it's now going to be around...
Blair's M says scam.
15 minutes of driving. This is the way. And then you will see some nature and shit. And
Blair's M says, oh no.
Oh yes, this is the way. This is the way. So, dang it, let me see here. I'm just going to switch the camera around.
Blair's M says sexy glasses.
I know they are sexy, sexy. Well, new people otherwhere in the world. This is, I don't know, Darsken, can we say that spring has started? Have spring started or haven't it? Usually it is when the roads are thawing up. It is a sure sign of spring. I almost got a bit confuzzled here for a little spell. Just a little.
Sandra 831 says you're sexy and you know it.
No, Snother, you're sexy and you know it. Wiggle, 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 wiggle your ass. Wiggle, 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 wiggle your ass. Wiggle, 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 wiggle your ass. Come on, wiggle, 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 it's another ass. Oh yeah, oh yeah. What? Who said that? Shh, stop it. Stop it, I say. Someone was being naughty here. Sorry for that, Snother. Sorry for that. Yeah, girl. Yeah.
Sandra 831 says LOL.
Yeah, I would say maybe this is spring weather. Maybe I don't know really if we can say that this is spring. But yes, I am okay. I have it on 4-wheel drive. I have it here on 4-wheel drive because of all the snow that is on the road. At the moment we are hitting the main road, I am switching it over to 2-wheel drive. That is a rear wheel drive, because then it's a lower consumption and everything is good. Now my parents, they don't like when there are worms in the fish. And when it comes to the lakes down here, because we have some agriculture around here, there will be some seagulls, there will be birds, so there will be some worms in some fish to some extent. So, but they don't like it. They want it just clean of worms. So yeah, they like the fish that they get on the tundra, in the mountains, better, because there is more or less no worms in those fishes. It's very, very rare because of the altitude. There are no seagulls there, and mostly it is the seagulls that are shitting and pooping in the lake. They are having kids and everything. They have chickens. Yeah, and ducks, of course. We have the ducks, but the ducks don't spread it. It's the birds that eat fish that is spreading these worms. Now, I have no qualms in eating that. I just fry it real good. I'm not going to have it. I'm not going to have it like raw in the middle. So for me, it doesn't matter. And when you're cleaning it, and this is one of the reasons why we keep them alive for a longer period of time when you are on the ice, because if the moment we are killing them and they are left to be dead, the worms, they might go into the meat, and that's when I say no, I will not eat it. It's not that it's a big deal, you just have to warm it up, but it could be a little trip to the shitter if you are not careful. So I'm trying to avoid it for reals. Oh, by the way, Larsken, if you are in the big village, you know where I live. So if you want to come by, you can just do it.
Italian Swim Trunk says afternoon, Tom.
Hello.
What would you say the percent of wormed fish is around this area? Rare that I see it, but you have a point about agri-influence. Per Hansen says, hey dad. Per Hansen says,
hello, Mr. Hansen. Hello, son. Well, hello, Italian. Italian, what? Do you want me to speak English like this? Or can I speak it normally? I'm just kidding. You know, I like the Italian accent on English. No, it's just a few. It's more or less the fish that is in the water. There are two types of worm. You have the ringworms that go into the intestines and into the fish, and those are the more feisty ones. And then you have these small round sacs that we call.
Per Hansen says second subscriber 0 Ru Hansen.
Oh yes.
Dansker Viking D.
Oh yes, Mr. Hansen. My gosh. But yeah, Mr. Italian, there are a few ringworms, and those are the ones that does not migrate. They usually tend to have ringworms in them. But the migrating ones, they tend to have the seagull worms, those little bags of eggs. Now there could be some little slimy buggers in there as well, and I don't want them to escape into. In percent, I will say it's a 50-50. You either get a fish with worms or it doesn't have worms at all. It depends on how long the fish has been in, how warm the summers have been, and all of that. And the moment they get out to the ocean, they normally just shed all of those worms anyway. because I think they are more or less fresh water worm, those ringworms, because I have not found it in trouts that I have caught in the ocean. Trout and salmon in the ocean, they are usually
Hexagonaga says hello, hope you get some big fish. No luck for me since March.
Hello Hexa, yes, my mom got a trout. We are going to weigh it when we get home. I got the little char, my mom got the other little char. So now we're going to make fillets out of the char, put them on buns, and we're going to spice the trout up and have that for dinner later this evening. So that's why we are still streaming. We're going to stream, getting home, and we're going to weigh the fish, measure them all, and maybe we
W11CK1337 says that's why I only eat fish from the ocean.
Well, Mr. Wick.
W11CK1337 says it is clean.
Well, Mr. Wick. Well, ringworms are abundant in ocean fish. Oh yes, cod. They eat a lot of coalfish. Lots of worms. Coalfish has lots of worms. Mackerels, they have those tiny ringworms even. Halibut, I found actually a couple of worms in the halibut also. My gosh. The wolffish, oh, they usually have worms, so I cut those away, and they usually have a big egg sacs. The same goes to a cusk, they also have worms. Ooh. So if we are going to look at the parasites...
Italian Swim Trunk says sounds about right. It's common enough, but seems to be getting more common even in prepped fish. Agree with Tom. Common in cod and especially in whiting.
Oh yes, whiting also have a little one. It depends on what they are eating. If the fish are eating insects, if you are in a lake where the trout and the char, well, yes, those fishes at least, the salmonites, are not cannibalized. They still have a lot of insects to eat. They tend to have no worms in them, and that's what we see in the tundra. There are very few cannibal fish there. When the trout reaches certain size, the same with the char, they are eating fish, but there aren't any parasite for them to ingest, so they won't have worms in the big degree that we have down in the lower areas of the lakes, the lower lakes. But then again, with these fish down here, I will not make sushi of them or sashimi. I will fry them really good up. My gosh, I feel that my voice is starting to leave me. However, that's okay. A lot of talking, and well, it's been a nice day. The temperature out now is great. I felt it really good. The temperature for me now today is optimal, I would say, for winter. Well, it could of course be colder, but today it was very, very nice. Not too warm, not too cold. Whoa. By the way, Mr. Italian, where in Italy are you from?